Hello, ladies and gentlemen, back to Anonymous Addiction. And finally, I finally got my man back on, Joey C over here. You know, I'm on the West Coast. It's like about 74, 75. I hate to say that, you know, because a lot of people are freezing, especially up in Canada. You know, I feel real bad for the truckers up there. It's freezing out there. And Joey C's over on the East Coast. So Joey, say hi.
What's up, everybody? Glad to be back with Bobby C.
Man, about time.
So what are we doing? What are we talking about today?
You know what? I thought we'd get together. Yeah, we're going to talk about, you know, this word abstinence, whatever that means. But, you know, Joey and I, we choose to be abstinent from this alcohol and drug deal. All right. That doesn't mean that we don't respect anybody else's deal. You know, if you're moderating, if you're still using, if you're using harm reduction, Sinclair method, freedom model, it's not that we don't care, but we respect your choices. Okay. We're just going to present our version of what our lifestyle is like today, abstinent from alcohol and drugs. What do you got to say on that, Joey?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm abstinent. I don't drink. I'm sober. I'm all those words, but let me tell you something. Even the word, like, I don't like the word alcoholic. I'll call myself an alcoholic because it's a word that could be used to describe a guy like me. But it's not the perfect word. Neither is abstinence. For me, abstinence, let me tell you something. I looked it up, the word abstinence. Patience, practice of restraining oneself from indulging in something. So I don't need to restrain myself from drinking. Like if I was restraining myself, this is me restraining myself from slapping myself in the face. I don't have to do that when it comes to drinking. Just like I don't need to restrain myself from stabbing myself in the leg with a fork. Stabbing myself in the leg with a fork might cross my mind. And drinking also might cross my mind. But I don't have to be restrained from doing it. I just don't do it. If I get frustrated enough, both of those things could enter my mind, but I don't need to be restrained from doing them. I don't do them. The word abstinence, it's just I get a visual when I see or read the word abstinence. There's a hint of like nail biting and anxiousness and watching the clock when I hear the word abstinence. So, am I abstinent from drinking? Yes, that's what I choose. Do I respect you if that's not what you choose? Yes, I do. I think that's the way to go for me. I could list 1,000 reasons why, but I couldn't list 1,000 reasons why until I did it.
Right. No, that's you know what? That's a real good point, because that word, you know, I've been using that word. Now that you just said that, I don't like that word abstinence either. You know, I prefer, look, I choose today not to drink. I mean, what the hell's the big deal about that? Today I choose not to drink. Somebody asks me, hey, Bobby, you'd like a drink? I say, nah. You know, oh, why don't you drink? Man, you know what? I really don't. I don't really like this stuff. Well, you got a problem with drinking or anything? Nah, I don't care. If you choose to drink, it's like I don't choose to eat certain foods, you know, right. Or if I don't choose to do some other behaviors. I don't smoke cigarettes, you know, so I choose not to smoke. Do I go around telling everybody I'm a non-smoker? I'm abstinent from tobacco, or I'm abstinent from looking at pornography. I don't like. I never watch pornography, but I don't watch pornography. I'm abstinent from that? No, I just choose. That's my behavior. It's a behavioral thing, and I choose not to do it. That's a good damn point. You come up with some good shit once in a while. I like it. I really like it. It's the same thing with, it's the same thing with the word moderation. It's weird. I was looking up this word moderation today and really getting into it because a lot of people use it today. Oh, they're not abstinence. They're using moderately. Okay. Whatever the hell moderately means to you might be different than Joey or you or Peggy or Billy or Johnny, because moderation, in a sense, listen, look up the definitions of it. And who in the hell wrote these definitions anyhow in the book? Human beings did. They wrote all these definitions. They made them up and create your own definition in your mind and your body. Moderation, the avoidance of excessive or extreme, especially in one's behavior, in a way that is reasonable and not excessive. Restraint, avoidance of extremes. It even says restraint in there. Moderation is the same thing that you just described with abstinence. It's like a restraint. Oh, I got to moderate. Who in the hell? Ladies and gentlemen, what's your moderation drink? 1, 2, 3, 4. Some people might say I moderate when I do 5. Some people may say I moderate. I drink one pint of whiskey a week. I moderate my drug choice. And then another thing is with this alcohol and drugs. Alcohol is a drug. Look it up, period. We always differentiate like alcohol and drug treatment. It's all drug treatment. Alcohol. I'm going to look this up, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't believe me, do your own research. Don't follow me or Joe. We're not leaders. We don't follow people, and I don't lead people. Okay, check it out for yourself. Alcohol is the deadliest drug in the world. Look it up. Okay, it's the deadliest drug in the world. I think heroin is next. But moderation is the same. Moderation, actually, if you look up the word temperance, like temperance movement, we're going to get into that a little bit. But if you look up the word temperance, it actually means moderation in action through thoughts and feelings. Temperance, the old temperance movement was a movement about actually moderation or quitting. Everybody thinks the temperance movement was just about quitting and abstinent from alcohol. No, moderation can be restraint and could be a pain in the ass too. Like, oh, I got to only moderate one drink. Oh shit. That could be holding on like this too. So we're talking about words that mess with our heads anyhow. Look, I don't drink.
Right. Yeah, that's the easiest for me. That's just like it all comes back to like no labels is the best way to go, really. I mean, I'm just the guy that doesn't drink. And if you have to make a conscious decision to moderate while you're drinking, there's a reason that you have to make a conscious decision to moderate. Some people they have a drink and that's it. Some people have to make a conscious effort to moderate. That's your choice if you want to do that, but you can't. Don't bullshit me or yourself. And well, you could bullshit me. I don't care, but you might be bullshitting yourself if you have to make a conscious effort to moderate your drinking. This is not me judging anyone. This is just me. I can be real without, judging people, but I think that is like probably, you should, check yourself.
You know what? You're right. You're right on the money. We're not judging here. Look, if you moderate, like Joey just said, let's be honest. My wife doesn't moderate. She has a drink whenever if she wants to have a drink once a week, maybe she will. She don't plan it. She don't moderate. She just maybe she'll have a drink once a year, or maybe she won't drink for 6 months. Or there's no like moderation in it. There's no abstinence or moderation. She doesn't have to do either, Yeah,
but you use the word of can you give me the definition of moderation again? Do you have that handy?
Yeah, it says the avoidance of excess or extremes, especially in one's behavior, in a way that is reasonable and not excessive. And it does say restraint, avoidance of extremes, but it does, there's another part of it that says temperately, which temperance or moderation in the temperance movement was about moderation or abstinence, but moderation is it's either show it has the word restraint in it.
All right. Well, that sounds completely exhausting to me. That sounds exhausting. Now, if I were to go play in a highway, I'm going to go on the Garden State Parkway at 5 o'clock at night, I will experience extreme traffic. I will have to avoid that traffic to not get killed if I'm going to go walk across it. But I don't have to avoid extreme traffic if I just don't walk on the parkway full of cars whizzing by me. If I just don't even put myself there in the first place, I don't have to worry about avoiding anything. All right. I'm not putting myself there in the first place. I'm not even going near it. I don't know if that analogy made sense to anybody, but it made sense to me. All right.
Yeah, you know what? We're not saying here that moderation versus drinking habitually, getting all fucked up, drinking a pint of moderation is way better. Guaranteed. It's a harm reduction strategy. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying I'm not even going to try. It's not for me.
For me and you, look, we're just being honest. For me, Joey and I, and millions of other people, abstinence is our choice. It's just an easier, softer, less complicated, simple approach. That's all it is. And we're not saying that somebody that moderates or uses harm reduction might not get to abstinence. We're not saying you have to or you should, do whatever works for you, especially in the sense of harm reduction, because you're reducing harm. Hey, look, when I used to drink, we used to drink, and I used to drive with a quart of keglet in between my legs with my kids in the car all the time, like it was nothing, with a brown paper bag. And people think the brown paper bag drinking is for bums and hobos. I used to ride down the road all the time drinking. Today, they call Uber. There's less people drinking and driving. That's harm reduction. That's great. We're not talking about that. We're just sharing our experiences. We're not saying that's not good. We're not saying that's not great. That's your choice, and it's better. It's better to have a few drinks if you could, to drink moderately, And harm reduction, they count drinks. Like for me and Joey, that's complicated. That's very complex and very, matter of fact, it's very diseasing. It's very diseasing. It's very disorganized. They say it's a disorder, but it's not an order for my system and my body and mind and soul and spirit, because I do believe in the spirit. It doesn't fit with me, because it's too distracting. But for you, for somebody else out there, we're just sharing our crap, and I believe abstinence is the easier, softer way. Eventually, if you're going with harm reduction, eventually, if you want to try to go towards this, and I just used the word abstinent again, towards not drinking, eventually, because they're doing a lot of this 30-day January dry Januaries and 30 days, which is good. People are stopping using for 30 days, and it's a healthier, and then they're trying it. They're seeing, what the effect has on it. Get back to you, Joey.
I immediately want to say that I'm jealous of people that can moderate. But then I'm really not, because I I don't have any desire to just have a couple beers for the taste of it. I can't say I really am jealous of moderation, because if anything, I'm jealous of going to the extreme, because if I'm going to drink, that's what I want to do. I don't want to have a couple beers just for the taste of a cold beer, and then or a warm beer, or whatever whatever is available for me to suck down my throat, because the moderation, I immediately I'm jealous, but then I think, oh no, wait, I have no desire to moderate, no desire at all.
Good point. Good point. Because, moderation is the new type of words that, back when I came in, I'm going to tell everybody, look, I haven't had a drink or a drug, a legal drug, and I don't even use prescription medicine either. I don't have to, because, I don't need it. If I needed it, I'd take prescription medicine, definitely for pain or something like that. There's medical assisted treatment. Look, we're not debating any of that. There's eversion therapy. There's, smart recovery with the rational recovery therapy. There's all kinds of different types of therapy. We're not disputing any of that. Here's why here's a couple reasons. First of all, I'm cheap. I don't like to spend money. I'd rather drink a glass of water with lemon in it. I put a little fruit drink in there. I make nice fruit drinks. I like them things there. Drink it. Yeah, seltzers. Look, here's a couple reasons why I choose abstinence. I said it again. Why I choose not to drink. Let's get that straight. Why I choose not to drink it. Well, first of all, it's a carcinogen. It can cause cancer. Okay. I save a lot of money. Weight, you gain a lot of weight when you drink a lot of booze, right? Health reasons, heart reasons. My dad died of, he had his first heart attack at 50. Memory impairment. I get a lot of, you get memory impairment. It does destroy, it's a drug. Okay. Neurotoxins. Alcohol is a neurotoxin. Okay, which has a negative effect on the nervous system, the brain, and potential causes for long-term damage to the brain. That's a fact. That's not some bullshit. I'm not telling you not to moderate, and I'm not a prohibitionist. I'm not telling anybody what the hell to do. Drink. I believe in freedom. I believe in freedom of choice. If you choose to drink, drink. If you choose to get drunk, get drunk. If you choose to take pills, oxycodone, heroin, shooting dope, anything you want to do it. I'm for freedom. Do whatever you want. But we have a voice also. We have this voice, and I'm here to tell you, the alcohol, pharmaceutical, and tobacco industry and the government is not your friend. They want to promote moderation. Matter of fact, they do studies, they do research to say that drinking a couple glasses of wine improves your health. Who in the hell you think does that study? Who do you think does them scientific studies? Okay, so be careful with the studies. Let me get back. Impairs judgment, car accidents, DUIs, accelerates aging process, depression, hangovers. Oh, mine lasted for 3 days. I don't know about yours. 3 friggin' days. I needed a drink afterwards to get my brain just to not go crazy. Okay, just to not go insane. I had to take a drink after my hangover, or the next day. I didn't go on my binge, but I had to take a drink to settle me down. Liver problems, I had so many stomach problems. I used to take Maalox like it was nothing. Okay, I had so many damn sleep. I couldn't get to sleep. The only way I could get to sleep is to get drunk. Okay, may lead to accidents, birth defects. Check that out. Don't drink while you're pregnant. That's a fact. Okay, birth defects is dehydration, blackouts. I did a podcast, not a podcast, but I put out a blog about blackouts, and you were to read all the people that experienced it. It was unbelievable, and I love to do it. I don't talk about my families or other people. I'm not going to talk about their experiences, but I believe me when I tell you, I know a lot of shit with this alcohol and drug deal. 37 years, I choose not to drink or use drug. 37 years in this addiction, recovery, scam, prison, trap industry. I've been in it for 37 years and I constantly research it, constantly, okay, all the time. I just was doing some research today about it. Joey, what else did you have noted about that? What do you want to talk about what I just said?
Well, I mean, for me, I mean, why I choose not to drink every day is for every reason you said and more. I mean, hangovers are huge. For me was just general anxiety throughout the whole day until I was able to drink again. I don't have to watch the clock all day long, and I don't have a waiting game. I'm able to at least practice being present. Whereas when you're drinking, you can't be present because your mind is never anywhere but thinking about when you're going to be able to drink again. So it's impossible to even practice being present. So I can at least practice to be present in the present moment. I don't have the biggest thing was for me is that I don't have that general, that general anxiety, which I don't even know I was nervous about half the time. But now that I am here now, I can see it, it's because I needed to drink. It wasn't because I was nervous or worried about any particular thing. It's just I needed to drink. So that nervousness and anxiety is huge. That goes along with the hangovers and everything else you said. And I mean, not to mention, your relationships and stuff like that. I mean, the list that I could make for you is the same as anyone else's, and I could list 1,000 things. But can I go off?
Let me just say one thing before you go off on that other topic. Just don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe, ladies and gentlemen, because this is important for us to get the word out. No labels. I don't believe in any label. I don't like these labels. I don't call myself an alcoholic, diseased. I don't call myself powerless. I don't like to label myself agnostic, anarchist, and any of that stuff. I don't like labels because then you're going to put me in a box. Even the word spirituality, they'll put me in a box as soon as I say, even though I am very spiritual. I believe in spirit. I believe in the quantum physics, vibration, energy. I believe in the consciousness, the collective consciousness. I believe in becoming aware, enlightenment, and all that other stuff. But as soon as I start saying that stuff, you're going to put me in some type of box. I don't like religion. I don't believe in religion. I don't believe in the disease concept. So don't get me just because I'm saying I don't drink. Don't put me in this box of disease concept. I don't believe in Alcoholics Anonymous 12 steps anymore, even though I spent over 30 years in it. I don't believe in any of that concept anymore. I've been deprogramming from all that stuff, and I'm reprogramming. We are reprogramming our minds, and we're rewiring. We're rewiring all the circuitry in there. Go ahead, Joe. You want to get on the topic, another topic?
Yeah, Bobby, you said that you don't believe in the disease model, and neither do I. I mean, I'm not convinced anyway. I always keep an open mind. If you can convince me that all of that is true, then for good reason, then I'll accept it. I just don't. I don't buy it. But the word abstinence can also be defined as choosing not to do something, which is why I think you probably like using the word abstinence from alcohol, because you're choosing not to do it. I also looked up, there's some definitions that use the word choose in reference to the word abstinence. So abstinence can also be defined as choosing not to do something, which makes it a good word when you don't believe the disease model. Disease model says I'm powerless over alcohol. That it's not my fault, but I think I have a choice. People always have a choice, but they don't always have a desire to not drink. So by the time I got to AA, I already had a desire. I already had it. All right, so I already had a desire, which is their only requirement. Why is that their only requirement? All right. I already had it. Okay. So they use AA used my desire that I already had, and they take credit for me not drinking. I already fucking had it. Okay. Now you're gonna take that from me and you're gonna take credit for it. All right.
Right.
Fuck yourself.
Yeah, no, you know what? That's great because see, all the stuff in Alcoholics Anonymous is borrowed from all kinds of shit. Napoleon Hill's successes, religion, psychology, you know, Jung, a lot of Jung stuff, Carl Jung, and you know, it's borrowed. Bill didn't make none of this shit up. He just copied everything, okay, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. He copied it and created this. He didn't create it, but he put this package together, and Rockefeller took it over and went the whole another, you know, ball game with it. He just took it and ran with it. The thing is that desire, all the success, look up anybody on the success motivational speakers and stuff like that. They all say you need a desire. Desire, just look up the definition of desire. It means a wanting. I want something. I have a desire. I have a wanting to do something. And then when you want something, when you have a desire to something, if you keep your attention into it, if you keep your care, see, care is, people don't understand that your care is your attention, is your desire. They took your care away. Alcoholics Anonymous steals your care. It takes your will. It takes your power, takes your desire, takes your life, and it makes them responsible for you. So you're not responsible. Then they've called it a disease with that, you know, they pushed it onto all the educational systems. All the education. That's why you can't believe doctors and judges and lawyers about even substance abuse disorder. They just changed it now and made it real nice names and say the brain, or, you know, they're scientists and they're studying all the brain shit. Here's the deal, and I've been saying it over and over and over again, and I'll say it again, no matter where you go, ladies and gentlemen, what you do, where you go, I don't care what it is, it comes from you. You are the solution. You are the Buddha. You are the guru. You are the way. The other things are just pointers. They all want to take credit for everything. That's why there's so many programs created, because they know it's hard for us to take responsibility for our own shit. We want to give the credit to a book. You know, you take a book and you read a book. They got the answer. Wow, look at that. Oh, they were the reason why I'm doing. No, you're the reason. Came from you. The secret, there's a hidden secret out there, and it's an ancient hidden secret, and the secret is you have the answer. It's inside of you. Buddha knew it. Christy Murdy knows it. He tried to tell people over and over. Osho knew it. Eckhart Tolle knows it. All the people, all the gurus know it comes from you. It's inside. They all know it. Everybody else just wants to say that, oh, you're going to get this because of me. You could get it quick or you could get it slow. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter. You know, as long as you don't die, I don't want to see nobody die. It's all about suffering. Do you want to minimize your suffering? It's all about suffering. You know, Recovery Dharma talks about suffering, and that's a Buddhist practice, but it's true. Do you want to minimize your pain? Do you want to minimize your suffering? Me? I think I'm still minimizing mine, because it's not just about the addiction of alcohol and drugs, ladies and gentlemen. It's addiction about the government, the society, how I was brainwashed ever since I was born. It's a deep program of everything, not just alcohol and drugs. And a lot of people miss that. They miss that point. Some of these doctors in these programs, they talk all this beautiful language and all these they articulate all these words and all these fanciness. They don't want to come and see me and Joey because we don't have these big degrees, and but we got the same answer. We got the answer too, but ours is free. That's the difference. And you don't want nothing for free, right? You want to pay for something because you're told from birth, and you're told over and over with the law of attraction and all that other secret stuff that to be worthy, you got to pay money. Yeah, well, if I want to get in it for business and make money, yeah, you need money to live, definitely. But this stuff is free. Truth is free. It's especially on the internet. Damn it, you could go research any goddamn thing you want, and it's there, man. You can go to any program, and it's there. Me and Joey are just giving you some stuff that we've learned a lot. Simple, common sense, natural law things, common sense, universal laws. There are universal laws, believe it or not. Joey, I'm sorry, went off on that.
No, it's all good. The only other thing I jotted down when I was thinking about stuff before I came on was we're talking about choice and desire. If you don't have any desire to begin with, can you make a choice to not drink? I mean, you have to have that desire, right? And if you can't, does that mean you are powerless, like they say in a disease model? I mean, do you need a desire? Can you make a choice without desire?
Who knows? Who cares? That's semantics. It's like, even the word, the definitions, we get into words and stuff like that. We know stuff intuitively. It's like through our experience of life. Like I said, I'm not bragging, but 37 years, I don't go around celebrating. I never did, getting back to Joey's desire, but I don't know. Who cares really, right? Joey, let's talk about some celebration stuff today. I don't think my kids or my wife ever brought me a cake or a card, or maybe they did once or twice in the beginning. I believe after you get a year, my most thing was 90 days. They do 30 days. 30 days is great, man. You do 90 days. If you could do a year, you could do it forever. I mean, if you could quit smoking for 30 days or 6 months or a year, you could do it forever. If you quit anything, you could do it forever. It's just, do you want to? Maybe you don't want to. It's okay. Maybe you want to try to moderate. Like I might smoke again, cigarette. Who knows? I might pick them up again. I've quit a couple times, but I quit for long periods of time. But I can't say never. I might smoke. I might go vape. Once in a while, I think about vaping. Maybe I'll buy a vape. I never did yet, but I see other people doing it. Who knows? Maybe someday I'll moderate drinking. I don't know. Whatever this word is, maybe I will. I don't know. But today I don't. I don't choose. Celebration. My wife, if you asked her right today, she'd say, you're just doing what the hell you're supposed to be doing, not get drunk and do crazy shit. Okay, so I don't want to hear this celebration shit. We were born healthy. We were born not to do all these addictive substance that these industries promoted onto us. We were born not to do none of this shit. Okay, so I'm just getting back into a healthy thing. This celebration hurts people. It keeps them connected and bound to that organization or that society that wants them not to go nowhere else. I want people to go further, go seek the unknown, go seek further out, go get more information and learn more about AA, 12 steps, society, smart recovery, Sinclair method. Learn more about them. They're not all. Learn more about the harm reduction, HAMS. Check them all out. All about MAT, medicated assisted treatment, or all these different types of search. Go beyond them. Go even beyond them. And this way, you're going to find out. You're going to discover the new things that are beyond that. And through thousands of years, it's always been the same. It's inside of us. That through hundreds of thousands and thousands and thousands of years, they've said the same thing, and we are the cure. We're the way. We're the solution. It's. I don't celebrate. Celebration is hurting people over and over again. I got 10 years. I got 20 years. I got 50 years. I got all these years over and over and over and over. You're constantly celebrating that. Celebrate. What else should you do? once you quit drinking and drugging, where else did you go? What else? You should be celebrating all those milestones, all those other good things, these milestones that you created, and all the successes that you had. Yes, you didn't drink, so maybe a lot of the successes was due to you stopping drinking, but celebrating that all the time, I don't know.
I mean, it's just something that you don't do. You don't have to celebrate it every day. I mean, you also didn't stick a firecracker up your ass probably your whole life, but you never celebrated how many years clean, abstinent you have of that.
That's good. I like that one, man. I like.
I understand the celebrating when it comes to organizations and recovery programs or whatever. I get it, but I like to celebrate myself, but I also don't count days. Should we count days? I think at first people, it's natural to count days because a day without drinking or whatever it is that you're not doing can feel like an eternity. So that's pretty huge. All right. So I get that. But I mean, why don't I count days? It's like counting the days since I was born or counting the days until my birthday. I don't do that, but I do celebrate my birthday. I celebrate days. I celebrate birthdays like I celebrate my sobriety date. It's like it's a landmark from my lifetime that I can reflect on and see where I was and where I am now. That's why I celebrate a year, 2 years. I don't count days, but I do celebrate in my own way my sobriety date, just like I would a birthday.
Yeah, the only thing I'm saying is that for the audience or even yourself or someone listening, look, you did a great thing. People, you've done a great thing, but you're still doing great thing. Like Joey just got a new job. That's a great thing. He should be celebrating that. Oh, what day did he get that new job? Oh, let me celebrate that. Okay. Talk about that. That's your job. That's the thing that you achieve beyond. Go beyond the beyond. Go beyond the known. Okay. You don't drink and go beyond that. What can you celebrate now? I can celebrate a lot of different things. I'm not denying anyone the celebration. I'm just saying, look, society has put on the calendar Valentine's Day. We celebrate Valentine's Day because we're told to do it. We're taught to do it through the society. What for? Why? Just think about it. Just think about these things. Why they put Lincoln's birthday or President's Day, Labor Day, 4th of July. Why do we even celebrate birthdays? Because we're told, because we can go get presents and we can buy things. It's a material thing. We were taught to do that. It was an indoctrination of us. So I'm deprogramming from that. That's why I'm going here and trying to explain that I'm deprogramming from the celebrations. Okay? That's a process in itself, just like deprogramming from Alcoholics Anonymous or AA or Republican and Democrat. I deprogram myself from that, I deprogram myself from a lot of different things. I don't stop with that, I just want people to, I don't want people, I mean, it's not like, I have a desire, which is a warning. I have the desire to help people go beyond. And if that sounds bad to somebody, well, that's okay. I'm not going to stop trying to help people go beyond. I'm a pointer. I help point people. We're all teachers and students. I'm a teacher and I'm a student. I learned from Joey. This guy over here, I don't know which way we're pointing, but Joey, I'll tell you what, he's helped me so much. He helped me develop what I'm doing right today. We did something together. Yeah, I kind of directed it and kind of put it together, and Joey put it on his YouTube. Because if he didn't put that on his private YouTube channel, we wouldn't have got this out, because I was kind of procrastinating. I was like, I didn't know how to do it, but that's no excuse. Joey figured out how to do it. So, and then I said to myself, well, I better figure out how to do it. What the hell? If Joey stops doing this shit, where am I? So I had to go beyond. All right. That doesn't discount that Joey helped me, but Joey's not responsible for that after that. It's coming from me. Joey was a help. He was a pointer, and he helps me, but it comes from me. That's where I desire. What more do I desire in life? What more do I want? I want to do more. I want to expand this stuff. I want to create more. And everybody's looking at the fancy, different types of things that we all do with all the graphics and all the gadgets and all the fancy stuff. And they're looking at our podcast and say, Bobby, you're in your goddamn bedroom. What the hell are you doing? It's not about that fancy shit. It's about our experiences. And I'm going to tell you this 100%. I don't care how much time you got. People say, well, this time thing. I believe 100% we all have the exact same time. I got a lot more experience, but we have the time, special time. I don't put nobody on pedestals. I don't put people on pedestals. We have the same time. I don't put Eckhart Tolle, or I don't put any of the guru. I don't put Anthony Robbins on a pedestal, because believe it or not, these people, these motivational speakers and all these people and all these things, they need us more than we need them. Stop watching Anthony Robbins. Stop going to his seminars. What the hell is he going to do? He's going to be lost. It's good to be motivated, but it's got to come to, you've got to develop self-awareness, self-motivation. You got to think, question, observe, and become aware of yourself. Sooner or later, the motivation has to come from you. People say it comes from God, but really, I don't believe that. I believe it comes from us, even though we're all connected. We're all connected in this ether of consciousness, But I went off again, Joey. Sorry.
Yeah, I think we all use different words, and they all mean the same thing when it comes to that. But when you're talking about time, like sobriety time or whatever you want to call it, I agree with everything that you said. And I also am proud of the time that I have, because it's a healthy pride. And it's, even though it is simply just the way I live now, and it's not a big deal, I do have a healthy sense of pride that comes along with it. And I think that's okay. Just like I could say, hey, I've had this much experience working at this place. Yeah, I've been doing it for 10 years. I kind of know what I'm doing, now I've been doing it for 10, 15 years. I kind of know what I'm doing. So there is a sense of pride that I have for myself. I think of it as an accomplishment, and I am proud of myself, but I'm proud of myself in a healthy way. I try to be.
You know what? That's great. I understand that. That's beautiful, but here's the thing I'm getting at. I'm proud of you for getting a new job. You searched a new job. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of you. You stay with your wife and you try to do the best thing. I'm proud of you that you respect your mother and father. I could be proud of myself for you know what? When I go out and mow the lawn and do manicure the lawn and everything, I'm proud of myself for doing that. Me waking up and going to a job. All I'm saying is, yeah, be proud, but don't be proud of one thing over and over again. Like that's going to help other people. I mean, you're an example, but be an example of all the things, the balanced wheel of life, be an example of everything. Be proud of all the things that we accomplished, not just this because somebody else is benefiting by your proudness of the addiction recovery industry. because you belong to this group, this organization, this, and this. That's all I'm saying. You know, be proud of everything you're doing.
Yeah, I am. And there's another thing is, see, I always knew that I would get a house. I always knew that I would be paying the bills. I actually didn't always know I was going to get married, but I did get married, and I'm very happy about getting married. But the one thing that I knew that was never going to change is me not drinking. That was never going to happen. So everything else that I'm proud of myself for, I already knew was going to happen, but I didn't know this was going to happen. Meaning me now being sober for 2.5 years. I didn't know that was going to happen. So I'm living in this alternate universe right now that I didn't plan on. So it's when I think about the time, it's kind of trippy in a way, because I'm like living in an alternate life that I didn't plan on. So that I don't know what I'm trying to say.
No, I hear you. I hear you. You're I hear you. Because you were in that thing, that habitual habit for years, and it was very destructive, very unhealthy, physically, mentally, spiritually, and it was affecting everyone around you. And there's nothing. I'm not trying to deny anybody or invalidate anybody's celebrations. I'm just taking a little spin on it. That's all. And the spin is just go
Yeah.
beyond, so taking a little spin on it, so we don't get stuck in that. I don't want to be stuck in that, and then say that's the most important thing, because look, I can be proud. What's more? I've been married 50 years. So what's more of an accomplishment? Me stopping drinking or me being married 50 years? I have 2 daughters and 5 grandchildren, and I'm usually try to be there all the time for them. When my oldest my grandson's 20, my oldest granddaughter's like 25, and I've always been there for them. So shouldn't I be prouder than that? I should be more proud of that than me stopping drinking. People would think that was a great. People will say, they always have something to say about it. They'll always say, well, you couldn't have did that. You couldn't accomplish that if you didn't stop drinking. Yes, that's true. That's definitely true. But I could be proud of a lot of different things today. We're going to wind it up, Joey. It's so, you know what? Don't forget to subscribe to Anonymous Addiction, and please get on this and comment, because I want people to comment how many times Joey C should come back on this program with me. Okay, I want you to go to Anonymous Addiction at My Truth About AA, as Bobby C sees a private group on Facebook, and say, I want Joey C back. You know what I mean? I get a lot of comments on these videos. I don't know if you look at it or not. Get a comment, Joey C, I want him back, please. So he could come back, because he flakes on me. He's out there so busy now. He's doing the lawn and it's freezing. I don't know what he's doing.
I'm a big shot here now over on the East Coast.
He's working a lot, making a lot of money working.
I don't know about all that.
But I tell you what, it's so good to see him and be on a podcast with him. What do you want to say to the audience before we leave, Joey?
I just want to say it was great hanging out with you for the past, I don't know, it feels like 15 minutes. It's probably been 2-hour podcast now, but it's been fun hanging out with you. And I'm not really promoting anything. You can check me out on Brutally Sober, and you got at least.
Yeah, check him out here, because he's going to come back here. Check Joey C out here.
Podcasts.
Brutally Sober.
You can check me out back here whenever we figure out what we're going to do next.
Just check him out here. As soon as he texts me and he's got some other subjects and he wants to talk again, he'll be back.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Yeah, Joey still has the Brutally Sober and Brutally Sob. You're on. We're on Anonymous Addiction at My Truth About AA. That podcasts are still there. Anonymous Alcoholics Anonymous Deprogramming podcast.
Yeah.
And we still have, we got a bunch of stuff. Joey has a bunch of stuff from Brutally Sober. Is it Brutally Sober on Spotify or Anchor?
It's brutally. Yeah, I have some episodes on Brutally Sober on.
He's got all our episodes on there. What are you talking about? You got some, and then you got a bunch of your originals, you know, and maybe we could get him back in the parking lot and he can do some more comedy for us because he's hilarious in the parking lot. Joey, peace, brother.
Bobby, great seeing you again.
Stay warm, all right?
It's not easy.
Okay, coming from the West Coast and over there at the East Coast, we'll catch you later.